I don't think most Precure fans realize just how rare red cures are. After all, it seems like such a staple color. Maybe not one used every season, but still very present, right? People seemed to really like my video about yellow cures, and that's not actually the only Precure color I have strong feelings about, so I'm back. Our first red cure was in Yes 5, Cure Rouge, with rouge literally meaning red in French. She, of course, reappeared in Go Go, and in the very next season, we got our second red cure, Cure Passion from Fresh. We don't get our next red cure until Doki Doki a whole 4 years later. I am now going to list every single main red cure in Precure history. Cure Rouge, Cure Passion, Cure Ace, Cure Scarlet, Cure Chocolat, Cure Ma Cherie, Cure Flamingo. And that's it. There's 7 of them, and the last one was in 2021, making the red cure drought longer than the yellow one. Currently, there are 22 seasons of Precure. There are 14 seasons without a red cure. Isn't that wild? We are, of course, not counting the ruby style from Mahotskai, just like in the yellow cures video. I almost never hear red brought up as a sort of rare color. Usually that discussion revolves around white and green, and occasionally colors that are much more niche, but no one actually thinks we're going to get more of those, so we don't ask. So, how does red stack up against those colors? Well, green is the color most often brought up when people talk about shafted colors, with people asking for them every single season. So let's count, shall we? Oh, and for this count, I am going by Toei's official color classification. I know there are a lot of debates in this fandom over who counts as green, and believe me, I am part of those debates, but for this, we're going with what's official. Same with reds, actually. I have a bit of a hot take when it comes to one of them, but that is not this video. Cure Mint, Cure March, Cure Felice, Cure Milky, and Cure Lillian. 5. Only 2 less than red, and Cure Lillian is far more recent than Flamingo. Our last red, which I will reiterate, was 4 years ago. Well, what about white? Well, Cure White, Cure Egret, Cure Rhythm, Cure Prism, and Cure Zukyun. Also 5, with 2 of them being within the last 3 years, which has admittedly led to some fans being satisfied for now, but only some. However, it gets worse when you consider subcolors and extra cures. Though because subcolors are subcolors, I will be adding only a half point for each. Cure Bright, Cure Echo, Cure Empress, Cure Mirage, Cure Lumiere, Cure Oasis, Cure Puka, and Cure Zukyun. This leaves green and red both with 8 points, and white with 8.5. More than red. They're only a half point separate. So then, why is red forgotten in the conversation around shafted cure colors? Well, I think it mostly has to do with their distribution. The longest red cure drought we've had has been 4 years, which is still a long time, and it's happened twice now, but it's nothing compared to green's 6-year drought, or heaven forbid, white's 11-year drought. Plus, the red cures we have had have been standouts, as opposed to green and white. The green and white cures we've gotten are often just members of the base team, each of them having an exception, of course, with Felice and Zukyun, but out of Red's 7 main cures, 4 of them have been mid-seasons, though this also means that they get comparatively less screen time too, but whatever. In response to my video about the recent yellow cure drought, many people brought up the possibility that Precure really just wants to branch out with their color combos, straying away from the formula, citing the unique color lineups of the past 3 seasons. This is very plausible, and I believe it, actually, but if so, that had better mean that there's a red cure in the near future. There haven't been that many of them. It'd sure spice up a lineup, especially if not used as a mid-season. You know what I want, actually? I want a rainbow. I'm a big fan of big teams, and it's been stated that the max number of cures possible in one team is 8. I want a 7 cure team, the 6 colors of the rainbow, combining indigo and violet into purple, and pink. Or ditch the pink even, that might be fun, because somehow the closest we've gotten to an actual rainbow team was Smile. If the red drought goes on for longer than the longest green drought, you guys know what to do. Shout it from the rooftops and all that. or do it now, even. That's cool too. I have even more Precure color-based thoughts, believe it or not, including my hot takes. So if you want to hear me talk about those, let me know. Until next time.